Yes, guys, it's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live. We're here in Ipswich with the one, the only Michael Magic. How you doing today?
Bro, that intro, I'm telling you, you need to be a ring announcer. I can see you in the ring introducing Canelo or somebody one day, man.
Thank you very much. Also proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club, I forgot to add. So yes, we're here for the Fabio Wardley, Justis Huni press conference. How do you think it went today? I see you was on fire today. You had some bars coming straight out of the gate on smoke. So yeah, how did you think that went?
Yeah, I think it went well. There was no confrontation, but just quite, direct. So yeah, it's exciting times. Look, couple days left. When that bell goes, these guys take 3 steps forward and we take 3 steps back, so give the fighters the respect that they deserve, because they're the ones that are going in there and putting their life on the line. And I think because they're putting their life on the line, you have to have extreme confidence in the person that you represent. So there is no half-hearted or simple stepping with this. We mean it, we believe it, and we trust that Fabio will come out victorious.
Spencer Brown was saying that he was seeing that there's a storm coming. What's your thoughts on about that storm that Spencer Brown was alluding to? I know you had a few choice words for that.
Yeah, I think they described it as a perfect storm, but I've never heard of a perfect storm. A storm brings nothing but devastation and destruction and pain. So that's exactly what I think Fabio's here to do. If you want to talk about storms, it's to bring that level of anarchy to the ring.
People are talking about the Kevin Lerena fight with Justis Huni, that he managed to drop him and hurt him in the last round, and then he got him out of there. Also, there seems to be surfaced of a sparrer that I saw of Justis Huni get. I don't know who it was against, but he got dropped with a left hook. So, is that something that you feel that will be, work into your favour for your fighter come Saturday night?
Yeah, but I think you can only take these things with a pinch of salt. You can't go in there and think, oh, because that happened, then this is guaranteed to happen. It doesn't work like that. And I think, when it comes to, heart and desire, I think sometimes that changes a lot of things. But look, on Saturday, Fabio is going to be punching very hard. So if there are any chinks in that armor, he will feel it.
So what do you think about, is there any concerns about Justis Huni, because he has a serious amateur pedigree? He's beat the likes of Terramona, who we've seen, coming through, and then also he's beaten Richard Torres Jr., who was an Olympic silver medalist, just losing to, forgot the guy's name off the top of my head, but he won the Olympics twice. So does that play a factor, and is that on you guys' minds also?
Yeah, he's a dangerous guy, and that's exactly what Fabio wants for. He wanted the most dangerous, somebody that's going to wake him up, someone that's going to show why he's number one. So yeah, of course there's respect there, and of course Fabio's aware that he can't switch off. So he expects a hard fight, but he expects to win this hard fight. So on Saturday, Justis Huni will own his heart, but everything else will be in ownership of Fabio. So we've got no doubts that he wins.
So Frank Warren made another bet with Frank Smith that if he does, if Fabio wins, that Frank does have to honour that bet and come in to do the T-boy duties. And the last time is because he didn't make the weight. So what's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, well, but I kind of wanted a little piece in on that, because I think it's only going one way. But I'm not really. Yeah, I leave that to those guys. My office is small, so it'll literally be one tea that's made for the day. So but again, it's all friendly. It's all in the name of sport. But like I said, Saturday night, I'm excited, man. I'm pumped up. I don't know. I'm just excited, and you can feel the atmosphere. The atmosphere is starting to rise up when you're seeing people in the street. They're like, "Yeah, see you Saturday, mate." You know, the atmosphere's there. I feel like people are starting to drink already. So, you know, it's going to be a brilliant night of boxing, and we got Mike Perez on as well. Mike Perez, you know, like he said, Daddy's back.
Daddy's home. So what do you think about that fight with Stephen Ward? Because Stephen Ward is a decorated amateur, good fighter, was at light heavy, as you said, like yourself, but now has moved up to cruiser, and he does look big. You know, his head looks like a Dogue Bordeaux French Mastiff.
Yeah, I think that he has his ability, and he has the ability to upset Mike Perez. Do I believe that it will happen? Absolutely not. You know, go and do your research on who Mike Perez is. He's had a very, let's say, colourful life, where, you know, a lot of negative things have happened. And, you know, this is one beautiful thing about boxing, that it offers that redemption story. You know, it offers normal people like me and you the opportunity to progress, to change, and to develop our life where we may not have opportunities in other spaces. And I think Mike Perez is going to be the example of what happens when you dedicate yourself and you give your heart and soul to this sport. So he's not just fighting, this is not just a boxing match that Ward is going in against. This is going against somebody that's fighting for his life, that's fighting to change his children's future, and that makes somebody very dangerous. So I think that fight goes pretty early. You know, I don't think you'll be able to stand up to Mike Perez's power.
I hear that. So you're not worried about father time, possibly, because, you know, if you're talking about Perez's career, he in the amateurs, I remember him beating the likes of Luis Ortiz, the likes of Dorticus, who's still fighting as well, fighting for a world title coming up. So but it just shows you that some of these older guys are still going strong. So yeah, do you think that father time might be catching up with him, or is he still looking as good as ever in the gym?
Yeah, he's looking amazing in the gym, and I think that is the beauty of it. Will it catch up on him? That's a part of the story, right? That's a part of that anticipation. Is Mike Perez now too old? So then when he knocks him out, which I think he will, you know, then there'll be other questions. Oh, will father time catch up on the next one? And it will keep us engaged. So, you know, let's see what happens on Saturday night. But after he wins that, you know, my goal is to try and get him a world title shot. We'd love for him to fight somebody like Upper Tire, or, you know, fight somebody like Chris Billen-Smith. Chris Billen-Smith is a gentleman. He's a serious contender, and I'm sure he's looking for who his next opponent is, and Mike will be ready.
And last one from me, what's the update on Dillian Whyte? I know that he had to pull out of the fight on the undercard. I heard there's rumours about Lawrence Okoli or Anthony Joshua with some 2-fight deal. Any news about that, or heard anything? I know he's got a big fight set up in August, so on possibly the Daniel Dubois card, I imagine.
Listen, yeah, he's got there's prospects of him having a big fight, and that's all I can kind of say at the moment. But it's going to be big. It's going to be exciting, and we want to fight the real exciting fighters. We don't want to fight anybody that's going to hold him and try and throw him around when the going gets tough. We want guys that are going to stand there and go toe to toe if need be. So look out.
Yes, and there you have it. Thank you very much. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club, and we're here today with Michael Magic. And remember, guys, persistence beats resistance. You know what it is. Look at the brooch on the lapel there. Come on. Love it.